Into map number 1 of a brand new best of 3. We continue on in the qualifier brackets. There's so many games going on and so many good ones. So I'm just glad that we've got another one in front of us, ready to go right away. In the bottom left side of Orbital Shipyard, we've got none other than the light blue, the teal Terran player, Beastyqt.
The top right as the red Protoss, it's GunGFuBanDa.
I'm having a weird moment. I'm like not hearing anything really important going on, so it sounds like the sounds are muted. Gotta do like that double take where you like click on, click off. But hey, we were talking about him earlier. Gotta give some love to DeMuslim. Again, recently announced to join a new team, Euronix Gaming. That's pretty cool. I mean, we talked about it earlier, but once again, I really want to see some DeMuslim competing this year. I've always had a really fun time watching his stream. I've always thought he was a fantastic player. And thank you so much for that host. So welcome to Muslims viewers. If any of you are curious as to what's going on, we're casting the TING qualifiers. This is of course the first European qualifier, and there will be another one after this. So maybe you all can nudge the Muslim to come play next time, huh? I'm like doing that whole like elbow nudge, but nobody can see it. Literally nobody can see it.
I thought you were, so that helps.
Yeah, that's wonderful that it's like the noise can indicate what's going on. You just kind of like squeak squeak. Anyways, TVP. Shush. TVP has changed the most. You're making me giggle. TVP has changed the most with the.
Hey, look at that! First blood.
Are you done? Can I? Alright, Adepts had a nerf. I'm going to TLDR this. Adepts had a nerf to their damage, guys. 1 less damage versus light. This doesn't seem too crazy, but it vastly changes the early game for Protoss versus Terran. No longer can they two-shot Marines, no longer can they two-shot SCVs. This is a pretty big detail considering how hard it was for Terran players to deal with early game all-ins. One of the really cool things was Nice Username actually made a post showing exactly with gifts and all these other things, how things would look after the patch. And this was a mistake out of this Adept. 3 Marines could already beat an Adept, but as we see, doesn't stand a chance now.
Good old Adepts dying. Yes.
Yeah, there we go, GunGFuBanDa. But even if he didn't forget, still, that doesn't beat 3 Marines. Either way, it's still new and it's still what people are getting used to. The other change, of course, being Photon Overcharge seems to have vastly affected ZVP a lot more than TVP. But either way, for GunGFuBanDa, if he's going to play this out, there's some players like, for example, Huck qualifying for IEM was spectacular and I think kind of expected because his playstyle never revolved around early game dependence on Warp Prisms and Cheese. Like, he still played late game Protoss really well, and that's what let him beat players to get through brackets. So, okay, this change sucks quite a bit for the early game, and Protoss can't be as abrasive as they were in the past. But you can still play the matchup. This is hardly broken because of it.
Right. GunGFuBanDa is of course not abusing those Adepts, but it's still like, I guess, a little risky for Beastyqt to do what he did. Going for that CC first into just barracks as opposed to the very typical 1-1-1 that we would see with a Cyclone and the Liberator or Viking would come out to really solidify against Warp Prism harassment. Because while the Adepts were nerfed, yes, the Warp Prism was still not, and the Shade ability was not either. So getting a Warp Prism is usually still worth it. But GunGFuBanDa actually setting up for a proxy. Gonna apply maybe Blink aggression here. Gonna be off of 5 gateways. Yeah.
The Phoenix is actually kind of a cool addition to this, whether it's just scooping up a Widowmine or just poking away at a medevac. Would have expected like 100% of the minerals and gas to go straight into Sockers, but Blink finishes up soon and he is starting to send out across the map. And again, if you guys are not paying too much attention to Legacy of the Void, a big part of putting the gateway down here is because you want faster warp-ins with the pylon. Still, by the way, not a fan of the pylons being team colored. That's something I still haven't gotten used to yet.
I never noticed it unless you bring it up. And I was like, oh yeah, they're usually not blood red. It's creepy as hell.
These are like Alarak pylons. Hey, skins are
they
the
really
game.
Are.
Skins are the game. We didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Quit whining, Reddit.
They should just rename all the colors to like Alarak is red or something.
Oh my god, that is such
Blue
like
is Jim.
This is not jet black, it's Rainer black. Excuse you.
Oh jeez. This just instant drop was something that GunGFuBanDa was not expecting, and I really don't blame him. But he certainly has a lot of. Oh, Blink isn't
Blink's
done.
not done. If Blink was done for this fight, it's like 1 second too shy. Cost him a single stalker to start. Not the end of the world, but definitely not great. Blink's forward might have been a bit of a mistake. Decides to get greedy and go for those medevacs. But these Marines, they do have stim, and they take out some of these stalkers. Not a great trade for Beasty, but does catch GunGFuBanDa and stops him from going for the big attack. And the big part of that, too, is scouting Blink now knows, oh, shoot, there might be something in my main I got to worry about. But he's still playing to be aggressive, and that's not going to work. Stalkers are on his front doorstep already. These medevacs, oh, no, they're like, we got away.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
This is actually a pretty scary push coming, and I don't know that BC has the capability to hold this.
Once again, being a little risky there by pushing out like that, but does scare him away for a second. Liberators are on the way out, and that might not be a bad idea. The Blinkstalkers have to blink into a bio army to get on those Liberators. It's still a lot of damage done. There's only one Phoenix, so it's not like those are countering them. The bunker is just barely going to finish. A couple of Widow Mines, too. I think Beastyqt has the defense on lockdown. But, of course... Oh, a Widow Mine drop. Oh, sneaky.
Does this do damage, though?
Oh,
this
Jesus.
is gonna be able to gamble. Oh, 11 probes go down. That's not bad at all. He can... the nice thing about killing workers like that is it also kind of enables you to pull your own without too much fear. I mean, you're going to be pulling some, of course, to repair the bunker anyways. But now you don't feel as bad about losing them, potentially. Revelation comes down to reveal and see that army. He's looking for a spot to blink up here on the right side, but there's a bunker here as well. Widow Mines are set up. He doesn't actually have vision on these Widow Mines. Oh, they just take out some of the sentries. GunGFuBanDa messing up this attack, and Beasty. This is actually a great defense.
So, oh man, Widow Mines still doing more damage. Damn. This has been a really great game for Beastyqt off the back of GunGFuBanDa's mistakes, and that's just not good, right? But this Blink Stalker aggression, I mean, maybe if you see an opportunity, it turns into a very dedicated attack, and that kind of seems like what GunGFuBanDa was hoping for here, but it also could have just been like a pressure into a quick third base and teching behind it. Had these Widow Mines not done damage, still doing damage, had his army attack not been kind of easily held. I mean, Beastyqt is feeling confident enough to push out once the force field breaks.
I was going to put it on the graphs too. Right where those Widow Mine hits is right where BC takes a skyrocketing economic lead while defending. Now, getting down this ramp is a pain in the ass, and there's no easy way to do it. If you pick up in the medevacs, you risk the stalkers blinking in and focusing them down. So, Sentry's out pretty much out of juice. If GunGFuBanDa sticks around too much longer, he's going to lose his army. Marauders beat stalkers pretty handily.
Yeah. They do get down that ramp. They have to leave. And now GunGFuBanDa's Blink Stalker count still isn't bad. But it's oh no, not the Widow Mines.
Ooh, good dodge.
But I'm worried about his follow-up here, you know? There's no upgrades for him. 1-1 did finish for Beastyqt already. I think he got a Templar Archives, but even enough Archons wouldn't be enough to deal with the potential counterattack here. Blinking onto those Liberators I don't think is that great of an idea.
No, not when the
now
Marauders
he's
are here.
Retreat.
Yeah, that's too many Marauders to eat that damage from. Even as he blinks backwards, some of them get stuck on the ground, and this is kind of it for GunGFuBanDa. GG. I love, by the way, so one of these